Limited time cereals keep getting churned out faster than I can review them, so today we're going to check out 4 new boxes at once and determine if any of these have a place in your bowl in front of your Saturday morning cartoons. Hello food freaks and welcome to the last outdoor episode of That's Rank for 2022. I held on weeks longer than I expected, but with the winter looming as early as, well, tomorrow, the time has come to put the backyard away and hibernate in my office for the remainder of the winter. But still, I couldn't bear the thought of closing things down without getting in at least one more episode, and given that I'm filming this first thing in the morning, it seemed apropos to start my day right with 4 big bowls of sugar-laced cereal. And today we've got some doozies. Froot Loops color mix-ups, Little Debbie's Cosmic Brownies, Trix, Trolls World Tour, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch Rolls. Let's get milking. The last time that we did a mega cereal episode, I finished with the Froot Loops, and they wound up winning not only the day, but the year, and probably the decade as well. And I know that people tell you that good things come to those who wait, but my ADD don't have time for that. All right, quick look at the box, and very clearly we've got it indicated that we shouldn't expect anything different from a flavor perspective, which answers about the only question that I had for this cereal. However, the artwork on this, super vibrant, I really like it, but then we flip this around and we've got some games for the kids on the back as well. Now, this maze far too advanced for me, so we won't be doing that, but there's also a word mix-up game on the bottom. And while it's mostly stumped me, this one at the bottom is clearly low flow, so I'm guessing it's some sort of toilet or bathroom related riddle. All right, I wanted to get a close-up look at the cereal before I poured the milk, and it looks pretty spot on to what we saw on the box. And from a smell perspective, I'm getting that classic Froot Loop scent coming off of it, and I'm getting all kinds of nostalgic for this cereal right now. It's as advertised, guys. It's Froot Loops. No suspense here at all. It's one of the greatest breakfast cereals that's ever been created. This is S tier. You can buy this one, you can buy the original, just buy whichever one is on sale. It's all the same. This is great. You're also great. Everything's great. This is just great. Now, as we discovered in the Pumpkin Spice Mega Showdown, I don't think I like Little Debbie. Granted, I don't think I've enjoyed the many fruits of Debbie's labor, but I wasn't crazy about her pumpkin cakes. I'm Canadian. Debbie doesn't really come to visit us, and I didn't grow up with her in the US, so we didn't really cross paths until later in life, and maybe we just haven't seen past our cultural differences. Now, I'll own the fact I don't think I've ever eaten a honey bun or even sampled one of her legendary cream pies. I get that. That's on me. Maybe I'm the one who just hasn't lived. Still, Little Debbie and her Cosmic Brownie, absolutely revered. It's got its audience, but does the cereal capture the specialness of the Cosmic Brownie? Well, hell if I know, I just want the cereal to be good. All right, the front of the box outlines exactly what we can come to expect, which is these brownie pieces with little bits of rainbow chips in it, exactly the same as the Cosmic Brownie itself. And then, if we flip it over on to the back, we've got the usual slew of games that far exceed my own education level, as well as lots of facts about Little Debbie herself. For example, did you know that the first Little Debbie bakery was in Collegedale, Tennessee, and they're still getting baked to this very day? Once again, we've got very little deception from the marketing team. It's basically as it was described on the box. And I'd say the fun factor here is definitely there, and while the fun factor doesn't actually count for anything, I'll let you decide if that enhances your own eating experience. What the f, Debbie? Do you poop rainbows because this cereal tastes like shit? That's awful. I'm not convinced that these little pieces right here are not dog food kibble that's just been recycled into a cereal. It doesn't taste a thing like chocolate. It tastes the way that swamp ass smells. F tier. This is absolutely disgusting and maybe the worst cereal that I've ever eaten in my entire life. Is this box expired? No, like I gave it every out in the book, but it's still good until March. Guys, I tried to make an excuse. I've got nothing. I am not going to be giving you a sponsor's exemption to come to Canada anytime soon, Deborah. I'm done with Kellogg's for today. Little Debbie done left a terrible taste in my mouth. literally Trix, like you're going into this with a serious competitive disadvantage. I guess I could go cleanse my palate, but I'm lazy and I'm not going in the house to do that. Anyway, Trix with the Trolls on a world tour, and I'm not exactly sure I understand the crossover for this one. They've just added marshmallows to Trix, which sounds like a mighty fine idea, but there's nothing Trolls about this cereal whatsoever from what I can see. There's not little pictures of like trolls on the marshmallows themselves, or they haven't cut them to be in the shape of the hair. And then, if that's not enough, you've got the bizarre back of the box here, where you're supposed to cut Poppy's hair out of this thing and create some sort of ukulele. I don't get it. Well, so far the boxes are 3 for 3 today in terms of prepping us for the actual cereal. It looks basically as expected. There's a lot fewer marshmallows than were advertised on the front of the box, but there's still some wacky colored stuff in there alongside the usual slew of rabbit balls. All looks good. I personally can't even remember the last time that I had Trix. I feel like I liked it when I was a kid, but that was maybe 30 years ago. It's definitely been a minute since I had my last bowl. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. Trix was never a staple for us growing up. For me, it's just another sugary cereal, and sugary cereal is really hard to screw up. You hear that, Little Debbie? Really hard to screw up. C tier. It's fine, I liked it, but I'm not gonna remember it as soon as I turn the cameras off on this episode. It's gonna be hard to top that Froot Loops that we had at the top, but anything with the name Cinnamon Toast Crunch in it is gonna be in the mix. The original Cinnamon Toast Crunch is in a league all of its own. And while I would probably defer to eating Raisin Bran before Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's not because I don't prefer Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's because I'm old and need the fiber. All right, so on the box, they've got these cinnamon rolls here that are dusted with the usual Cinnadust, I think, but I've got an issue. That's not milk. In a best case scenario, it's vanilla frosting that you'd find on top of a cinnamon bun, but in a worst case scenario, it might be elementary school paste. Wait, no, mayo. Mayo is the worst case scenario. Mayo's always the worst case scenario. Mayo. Thankfully, there doesn't appear to be any weird white substances, good or bad, to speak of on this, so that's a relief. Of course, I'm gonna be adding a white substance of my own to this. Milk. Just milk. Only milk. 2% milk. Good old mayo-free milk. What did y'all go and do to my Cinnamon Toast Crunch? They changed the flavor, and that strikes me as a really weird decision to make. I get that it's a cinnamon bun, but is that really wildly removed from cinnamon toast? Don't answer that question for me. It probably is. I'm just whining. Let me whine. These snail shells don't have anywhere near enough seasoning on this, so what you've got is these big bites of unimpressive cereal with little bits of brown sugar on here. I'm just not really getting any cinnamon. I don't want brown sugar toast crunch. If I wanted brown sugar toast crunch, I'd have bought brown sugar toast crunch. Is that a thing? I'm so thrown off because I was ready to go S+++++, but this actually isn't all that good. It's D-tier cereal. This is the worst Cinnamon Toast Crunch iteration that I've had. I don't feel good about that. Like, I'm deeply confused right now. Guys, I don't know what to make of this right now. This last cereal really threw everything off in terms of how I was gonna wrap this out. I expected to be going out with a bang, and instead I'm going out with, out a bang. A fun fact though, without a bang has been the end result of all my online dating names. Okay, bye.